Okay guys, are you ready for a new type of video? This one was shared on the Discord server, so we're going to check that one out. I hope you like that one. It's called 6 Most Disturbing Camping Encounters Caught on Camera. Oh my god, disturbing. It's like you're watching my stream. It's just as disturbing. Sorry. Welcome. Welcome. I hope you're ready. Are you guys all ready? Let's go.
Since 2017, a YouTuber named Phil has been uploading videos of his hiking trips to his channel
Phil.
Hike Slam, where he gives his viewers a glimpse into everything he does to prepare for a long hike, camp alone in the middle of the woods, choose the right hiking gear, and pretty much everything related to the outdoors.
Okay, I love that, honestly. I would love to be someone who... Do you know those videos where they go fancy camping? Like, they pack their vans full of stuff, and then they bring, like, this huge tent, and they bring, like, a cooking stove thing, and, like, they bring a little oven, they bring a little, like a camping bed and stuff like that. Welcome! And then they camp, and it's so much fun. I love watching those so much. And they have, like, they're very ASMR-y sometimes. Like, they often are, like, promoting it by camping in the rain. And then there's rain sounds, and I like it so much. ASMR is based, true and real. True and real. Man, those videos are the best. And they often bring their little doggo too. Like, most of them have a little doggo, and then they bring their doggo to the camping trip, and it's just... And then they cook their little meals, and it makes me so happy! I love those videos!
On the night before Thanksgiving 2021, Phil went on an overnight hike to camp on the Appalachian Trail near his house in Virginia.
Living a dream, yes!
For the first half hour of his hike, things kick off pretty normally, but after a while, he finds some odd-looking trash lying on the side of the trail.
You mean the Bud Light? Odd-looking... it's beer. It's just beer. Oh my god, imagine drinking beer, oh no! Okay, littering in the forest, not fun though. Whoever littered there, fuck you. If you want to call that beer. As a German, I agree with your sentence. That's not beer. What kind of freak would drink Bud Light? It's so disturbing someone drank that. That's gone off water. I swear it's worse than the one I have on my guys, it's worse. This one is better. This one is already bad, right? But it's better than what's on the video. And that means something, trust me. It's like what the cheapest beer you can find in Germany actually. And it's still better. Oh man, I'm being so mean. I hope Bud Light never watches my videos. Mr. Bud Light. Please don't watch my streams, thank you. Okay, let's get back into this content. I'm getting sidetracked! Sorry, this was just so funny.
Strangely, there appears to be some writing on some of the containers he finds, which appear to be song lyrics, though it's hard to imagine why anyone would go through the trouble of writing out entire songs or poems on a plastic container, only to later throw it on the side of the trail. As he crosses the boundary into the wilderness, things continue to get stranger and stranger, and as he nears the campsite, Phil finds another series of disturbing notes.
The weirdness continues.
That's just fun. Someone is just having fun. Come on, someone just had a pen and was just having fun. But yeah, feed for free, guys. Someone was just having fun and was hiking and camping and had a little, you know, a little pen, and they were like, "Oh, let's leave behind some traces. That's fun. That's fun." Oh no. Not more littering though.
What the?
Someone just had a pen. I don't see the problem.
And there's a dead duck here.
Okay, that's sad. I don't like that.
Some of the notes appear to contain cryptic poems, others seem to talk
like
about pretty
one.
in-depth conspiracy theories and undercover federal agents or something, and the rest appear to be biographical, with whoever wrote them telling parts of their story. It's tough to confirm if the person who wrote the notes was the same person who killed the duck, but honestly, it would be too much of a coincidence for the dead duck to be lying right there next to the series of creepy notes, which were obviously placed there.
Maybe the duck just died or was like killed by another animal. That can totally happen. That someone who lost it, who leaves a camping ground like that? Someone else goes there and wants to camp, and then they have to face all of that. That's so sad. That's so sad. Don't litter, guys. Don't litter.
Recently, considering they're in good condition and not wet. After taking in the eerie scene, Phil notices a tarp and a fire next to a campsite about 20 yards away from the notes and the dead duck.
Uh-oh.
Staying as far away as possible from the campsite, he continues making his way up to a shelter. Although this next part wasn't caught on camera, Phil then reported that he saw two women coming down the trail with their dog, asking him if he had seen the guy who was leaving the creepy notes and dead animals on the side of the trail. When Phil mentioned he saw a campsite and a fire a few yards away from the notes, the woman got scared and asked him to walk back to their car with them. Thinking it was probably a good idea to move as far away as possible from the campsite anyway, Phil went back with them and then started hiking in the other direction to find a safer place to spend the night. Fortunately, the rest of his hike to the new shelter was a lot more uneventful for Phil, and once he got there, he was able to set up a camp for the night, light a fire, and enjoy his dinner miles away from the disturbing notes he found. A few minutes later, once it got dark, Phil decided to go into the shelter and check out the camp log and see some of the notes and stories other hikers had left behind.
Okay.
And that's when things get extremely creepy again.
Man, he has balls of steel that he's still camping out there after knowing that there's a crazy person out there. Like, that's literally just a littering crazy person. Yeah, just a crazy person. I would not camp out there if I knew that there's a crazy person out there. Honestly. Welcome. That's insanity.
I'm gonna check out the shelter log here. I hang out by the fire. Almost every shelter on the Appalachian Trail has a shelter log where people write in their trail names and what's going on. They can write whatever they want in there. So it's kind of cool tradition here. So
That's
let's
really
see what
cool.
this one says. Little engine, back section. Hiking again finally.
Aww, that's so cute.
It's
I
nice
love
little
the
trail
idea.
magic. Ah, some comics and writing and stuff.
Cute. I love the
Alright,
idea.
let's see what's happened recently.
of shelter logs. Oh god, that's a crazy person.
Holy crap. Wait a second.
That's a crazy. That writing right
Let me
away.
adjust the camera here.
You know
This
it's a crazy
writing
person. Yes.
Looks almost exactly like the writing that was on that
Like
garbage.
you could see that right away that it's the same writing. And it looks like a crazy person's writing, to be fair.
A couple of miles from here.
Even though the shelter where Phil's currently staying at is more than 2 miles away and on the other side of the road from the previous one, the handwriting in the camp log is exactly the same as the handwriting that was on the notes and garbage on the other side of the road. This is pretty disturbing in itself, but it gets even more so when Phil starts to actually read some of the content in the logbook.
Wow.
2018,
Crazy
while
person.
I was incarcerated at the Okaloosa County Jail. What the heck?
Welcome. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
In solitary confinement, I figured the following out.
Oh no. He had
Refer
a,
to Isaiah 28:15
fuck.
through 9.
he had an
This
epiphany
is
in
the
prison. That's
same-
not good.
Ramblings
That's not good.
from the guy that was on the other side of the river. That's
Oh,
kind of
fuck
scary.
No, that's very scary.
Kind of weird. Those women down there said they were going to call the police on the guy. Wow, this is weird. It's just like it goes in one direction, then immediately goes in a completely different
Oh
direction.
my god.
And there's just so much of it.
I don't like this.
Like this line up here. Think grave robbery in an attempt to obscure the reality of little Mrs. Wolf. Content. Come up with some more of those wicked schemes, JB and company, so I can show some more of your true character.
What does that even mean? Welcome. What does that even mean? Those words make no sense. What? Huh? I understand now. What are you understanding? There's no sense in those words. Huh? I'm so confused.
The fact that there's a convicted felon walking around the woods leaving dark and weird notes all over the place is extremely concerning, and based on the kinds of stuff the guy is writing, he's probably not in his right mind. This could obviously be dangerous for Phil, especially since it's already pretty dark and he doesn't appear to have anything to defend himself with. As he gets ready to go to sleep in his tent, Phil walks back to the shelter once more, where he finds half a Gatorade bottle hanging from a string on the ceiling with a note in the same guy's handwriting that reads, "Watch out for Yeet Mouse. The dead do walk and talk."
Who is Yeet Mouse? I'm so confused. I wouldn't be able to sleep there. I would not be able to sleep there.
Understandably creeped out by yet another disturbing
I would
note,
not.
Phil tries to fall asleep in his tent, obviously a little on edge from everything that happened that day. The last thing you'd want to happen if you were in Phil's position would probably be to start hearing strange noises near the shelter in the middle of the night.
Bro,
and
sounds
that's
like
exactly
a
what
rapper.
happened. While he was falling asleep, he heard something moving near the shelter, and as he poked his head out of the tent, he saw a single guy with a headlamp walking around the shelter. Not wanting to find out if it was the same guy who had been leaving notes, he quietly made his way back to the truck in the middle of the night, checking over his shoulder the entire way to make sure he wasn't being followed.
Bro, I would die.
Luckily, he made it back home safely, and as of 2024, he hasn't uploaded another video about the strange notes he found on the Appalachian Trail. It's pretty likely that dozens of other hikers after him came across the disturbing notes and the dead duck, but we'll probably never know who exactly the guy who wrote them was, or what he would have done if he ran into any
I would
unsuspecting
have
campers.
died. I would have ran home. Ran home. In
Grizzly
high
Gaz
speed.
is a camping channel and
High speed ran home, like right there. Surprised this man is able to walk around with such massive balls. Gonna be honest, I think I can throw hands with Yeet Mouse and win. Who's Yeet Mouse? God damn. No, that Yeet Mouse person, that sounds dangerous, man. Okay, next one.
YouTube, consisting of dozens of videos featuring Gaz, the uploader, going on hiking and camping trips in the UK with his French bulldog named Fendi.
See, they always bring the doggo, I told you! I love it so much! I love doggo, look at this little poo.
In a lot of his videos, he goes camping in some pretty extreme conditions, and he
I love those! I just talked about those.
often
Man.
shows footage of his unexpected encounters with big animals in the middle of the woods. In
Animals
April
can be
2023,
scary, yeah.
Gaz uploaded a video of a camping trip he made somewhere in the woods in the UK. The first part of the camping trip goes pretty much according to plan, with the footage showing Gaz setting up his tent and chopping wood to make a fire while his dog Fendi keeps him company as the sun begins to set.
Wow.
This next part wasn't shown in the footage, but as Gaz started to prepare his steak dinner over the fire, a random man in jeans and a coat approached his campsite and asked him for a beer and some food.
Right, we've got steaks on go now. Bit of ribeye. Pot boiling for some mash. And I've got a visitor. Creeped up behind me asking me if I had a light. Me pants. This is Martin anyway. I don't know him, but he's...
See? First of all, everyone who goes hiking and camping, why do they have Bud Light with them? What do you mean he asked me for a light? You just have that with you always? First of all. Second of all, this is why women cannot go hike and camp alone. There's random dudes everywhere. We cannot do that. I could never go. That's why I have to watch those videos, those camping videos, because I cannot go camping alone out in the woods. I would not survive that if I would do that over and over. Bro, nah. Too many creeps? Yeah, I would never. The moment a stranger walks up on me, I start running. I start fucking running, man.
stopping for a steak, so...
Just some random creep wandering about.
You went round here in a poncho a couple of months ago, were you?
I don't think I was. I could have been.
Okay.
Although the encounter with the man itself
That's
was
how
pretty
slasher movies
tame,
work. Yeah,
it's
that's
still
how
pretty
any
creepy to be camping
of
in the
those movies
woods in the
start.
middle of nowhere and suddenly be approached by a random guy asking for things. If you listen closely to what he's saying, some of the guy's sentences are a little incoherent, and he appears to ramble a bit when he talks, almost like he's kind of out of it. Later in the footage, Gaz reveals that Martin was homeless, and that as they shared their dinner, he told Gaz his story about how he had ruined his life with the drugs, and how he had ended up walking alone in the woods that day.
I feel sorry for
Disturbingly,
stuff like
Gaz
that.
also mentioned that while they were having dinner, he turned around for a few seconds to chop some more wood to keep the fire going, and when he turned back around, Martin had left the campsite unannounced without even thanking Gaz for the food. After the strange encounter, the uploader decided to leave the campsite and head home out of fear that the man would possibly tell his friends about meeting some guy camping out in the middle of the woods with expensive filming equipment lying around and suggest robbing him or possibly worse. To see if Martin would come back in the middle of the night with possibly ill intentions, Gaz actually left a trail camera on the tree at the campsite to capture everything that
Smart
happened
guy,
that night.
yes. I would
Based on
be
his
worried
behavior,
too.
it's pretty hard to gauge Martin's intentions and know whether he was just confused and possibly under the influence,
I would be very
or if he had
worried
something
too.
more sinister planned that evening. Either way, it's probably a good thing that Gaz left the campsite and didn't go back until the next morning.
Yeah, very smart.
Especially since, when he did go back, his trail camera that he had left was completely gone.
Oh.
Creepy Outdoors is a channel where the
They
uploader
come
frequently
back.
shows footage of
They
his nighttime
came
visits to
back.
sketchy outdoor locations
Yep.
during all 4 seasons.
They did.
In October 2022, Creepy Outdoors uploaded a video of a camping trip he took to an unnamed forest in the middle of nowhere, recording everything he saw as he explored some
It's so sad because he literally gave him food and drink as well and had was very nice to him, had a nice chat. I cannot physically imagine doing something bad, even if it's just stealing something from someone who was so nice to me, who gave me food, kind of like Ruffy in One Piece. If someone gives me food, they're my friend. They're my friend. I don't betray people who gave me food. Cannot even be nice to people these days. It's so scary. So
the surrounding
scary.
woods in the darkness. For the first few minutes, all you can hear is the guys breathing, and you can't help but be kind of amazed at how brave it is to visit a dark forest in the middle of nowhere all
yes,
alone,
always.
not knowing if you're going to run into potentially hostile animals or something else.
Yes.
As the video progresses, the uploader makes a few comments and observations on his surroundings, and throughout the footage,
I
there
would be
doesn't appear to be
terrified.
anyone else in the forest with him. Around 13 minutes in, though, an extremely disturbing sound takes the footage in a pretty dark direction.
Uh-oh. I'm scared. Wait, this is scary.
Oh, hi. What? I need to get out of here. Oh, boy. Oh. Okay. That was creepy. I need to get out of here.
In the distance, probably a couple of 100 feet away from the uploader, a voice yells, "I see you." It's possible that the disturbing sound was made by a coyote or a fox, but because it sounded so much like "I see
That
you,"
was
it
too
could have also
clear.
been another camper trying to mess with the uploader and scare him.
No, one of us is...
Because the YouTuber...
My first thought is always crazy person, man. My first thought is always crazy person. Especially in a tone like this. Like, I would be running. I would be running, bro.
been talking and making noise almost the whole time, he might have inadvertently alerted someone else who may have wanted to play a prank on him just for the fun of it. Still, it's hard to imagine why anyone else would be wandering in the same secluded part of the woods as the uploader.
True.
What's most disturbing is that the person or animal or whatever it was that made the noise appeared to yell out right after the guy turned off his lamp, almost as if they were waiting for that to happen to yell out something disturbing. Luckily, the uploader was able to make it back to his campsite
that will make
safely
me a little
and
sick.
has continued uploading
Oh.
outdoor footage to this day.
That will make me a little nauseous. That was really scary.
Sam is a YouTuber from Cleveland, Ohio, who's been uploading videos of his
Hi,
stealth
Sam.
camping trips to his channel, The Northwest Wind, since 2016.
I love camping channels! God damn it! I don't know why. I love...
For those of you who don't know, stealth camping just means parking your camper van pretty much anywhere without paying for parking, and people do it anywhere from residential neighborhoods to the middle of nowhere.
In Germany, that would be totally not legal. You need like a license for anything. Like you cannot just camp on the side of the road or like the middle of the forest. You need proper camping grounds and stuff like that. Like you cannot do that. You cannot do that, Sid. That's so illegal. It isn't legal in the US either. Bro, that's not allowed. I don't think it's legal where they're doing it either. Bro, that's not. Welcome to America. No, it cannot be legal, right? That sounds so bad. What if something happens to them? We love a few crimes here and there, guys. Something could happen, you know? It could be a dangerous place they choose. They might not be aware of choosing a dangerous place. Something could happen to them. It's very dangerous.
In January 2024, Sam uploaded footage of his stealth camping trip to the woods in Cleveland, leaving his camper van at a local dog park a few hundred yards away. On his way into the woods, he finds a camping tent that's been shredded to pieces, which is honestly a little creepy, but he keeps going anyway. After setting up his tent in the woods, he starts cooking dinner on a camping stove. As the sun starts to set, he sees a couple of people walking by the campsite, and this is when he mentions that he's getting a bad vibe and feels like he's possibly in danger from them. Most experienced campers would probably tell you that if your gut is telling you something's wrong, you should probably call it a day and leave.
Yes.
But Sam decided to stick it out for the night
Listen
and
to
kept
your
on
gut,
recording.
guys.
As soon as he settles down in his tent to get some sleep, things start to get very creepy.
Wait, his tent is so sad. What is this tent? This is like the saddest tent ever. What the fuck? His feet aren't even all the way in. This is so... I don't like this. I don't like this tent. I don't like this tent. This more than yeah, it's a propped up sleeping bag. It's not... No way. No way is that a tent. What the fuck?
There's somebody. Hang on.
But maybe since it's a smaller room, maybe it's easier to have like heat, like body heat stay in there. Since it's smaller and more restrictive and therefore less room needs to be like warmed up so body heat stays easier. Maybe that's actually nice. I don't know.
I don't know if they could see it or not through the tent. I don't think so. I'm leaning right up against the light, but somebody's walking around out there very close to the tent.
Bro. Yeah, we can hear it. Welcome, we can hear it.
As the seconds pass by, the footsteps outside seem to get louder and louder. At one point, Sam calls out to whoever's out there, but at first he doesn't get a response. It's only after he calls out for about the 5th time that every camper's worst nightmare starts to become a reality for Sam.
No.
They're walking around outside in circles.
I'm scared.
Hello? Hello?
No.
Alright, I don't like this. Hello? Hello?
No.
They're touching my tent. Stop. Hello? Hello? Alright, I'm getting out of here. Hello? Hello? I don't know what this is, but we're getting out of here. Hang on. Hello? Okay, they're walking away now. What do you want? What do you want? I have a knife. Where's my knife? With me. With me here. Holy crap. Get away. What do you want? Hello? I can't see you. Hello? All right, I'm getting out of here. We're getting out of here.
One thing that a lot of people in the comments of Sam's video have pointed out is that if you're being stalked or attacked by a stranger in the middle of the woods, it's probably not a good idea to show weakness by saying things like, "I can't see you, I'm spooked, and I don't like this." After this, the attackers apparently leave the campsite, but as soon as he steps out of the tent, Sam sees them standing eerily in the woods just a few feet away from him.
They collapsed my tent on me. I don't know which way they went. I think they went this way. I see you. Get away!
Bro, that's scary as fuck. Holy shit, that scares me so much. I could never camp alone in the forest. Never. Not in a million years. I would have died there. I would have died. I would just have passed away. I would have just lain there, and the moment I heard footsteps, passed away. The second. Right there. No input lag.
All right, I'm spooked. I don't like this. Get my headlamp on and we're getting out of here right now. They're just standing there. They're just
What the
standing there. What do you
fuck?
want? Leave me alone!
Completely freaking out after the disturbing encounter, he obviously decides to call it a night and head back to his van in the park, but things only continue to get worse for Sam.
All right, they're moving again. I don't know, I'm getting out of here. We're going. I'll come back for this smoke.
Bro, they're still there. Holy shit, I'm literally I'm losing it. This scares me so much.
Follow me! I don't know where to go. I don't know which way to get out of here. I smell your cigarette. I can hear you. I hear you.
Bro.
As he's making his way back to the park, he looks back at the campsite and sees the attackers stealing his things, but he decides to leave his stuff behind, terrified for his life. As he's running through the woods now, he turns back and sees his attackers chasing him.
This has got to lead back to the main trail. I don't know
Bro.
where they are. I think
Bro, I don't like
it's all
this at
foggy
all.
up here. I got water in my headlamp. I need to
Yeah, they have the horror
know where
game
to go. I don't
flashlights. They don't
see
do
or hear
anything,
anybody.
bro. Fuck camping.
anymore. I hear them coming. Can't see the shadow. Here's a path. Okay, get me there. I'm recording all of this. I'm calling up police. All right, I'm back on the path. Back on the path.
Would you taunt them? Would you taunt them even more? Would you threaten them even more? What if they get angry?
Okay.
Keep taunting?
Okay.
Really? Welcome.
Get away from me!
See, this is why you don't do the self-camping thing and why it's illegal. It's even if this is staged, like stuff like this does happen. Welcome. Stuff like this does happen, right?
After
Hi.
making it back to his van safely, he drove home and gave his viewers a recap of everything that happened. As you can imagine, a lot of people in the comments accused the uploader of staging the video, mentioning that nobody in their right mind would continue to record as they sprint through the woods in the dark.
I would record.
But his reaction seems
If the
pretty
recording-
genuine to me.
Welcome. If the recording was on, I would not turn it off. Because that's evidence if something happens. You know?
Different people act different ways in situations of stress. As for who the two guys who stalked and attacked him were and what they wanted,
Yeah, if
that's
the
really
camera was
anyone's
going,
guess.
why stop it?
If what they did to Sam was some kind of joke, that's a pretty messed up joke to play on someone. But because the uploader confirmed that
very
they didn't end up
scary.
stealing his stuff when he went back the following morning, it's also clear that looting the campsite wasn't really their main focus. We can't really know what they would have done to him if he hadn't run from the campsite, but at any rate, it's probably a good thing he did.
Yes. Yes. I've been watching your scary react videos. Welcome. We're doing more of them, of course. I'm glad you enjoy them. He said he saw them and it sounded like 2 legs and not 4 legs. And it literally, and he said he smelled a cigarette. So it did seem like humans. It seemed like there's actual, you know, just humans trying, I don't know, maybe to get his actual, I don't know. Welcome. Maybe they wanted to rob him because he had like the, you know, the valuables on his body or something. Camp looters, yeah.
Love Sundays is a camping channel on YouTube run by a guy named Sean, who
I love
uploads some
Sundays
pretty cool
too.
footage of his solo camping trips everywhere in the UK.
Nice.
In February
British.
2024, he uploaded a video where he left his van on the side of the road next to the woods, and then went to do some exploring, jumping over a fence to walk through the woods. After that, Sean makes his way back to his van to make dinner, where he then heads out once again for an evening stroll through the woods. Upon his return to the van,
no.
he goes to bed
Hell
at about
no.
9
Welcome.
p.m.
Hell
But
no.
at 3 in the morning, things start to get a little
His
disturbing.
van is so nice
Being
though.
well, I'll see you in the morning.
His van is so nice.
Good night. A car's just pulled up.
Bro. Why do all the camping guys look the same? Is that a dress code? Yeah, you there's camping clothes and equipment that's very commonly used.
And it sounds like they're walking around the van.
There's light.
As soon as Sean pulls back the curtains, the people who were walking around the van get back in their car.
Bro, hell
When he put his
no,
head out the
hell
window
no.
to see what was going on, the car drove away, leaving him alone for the rest of the night.
Bro,
It wasn't until the next morning that Sean realized what the visitors had done to his van.
Right.
Did they mark it?
At least go outside and see how miserable the weather is.
Did they mark the van? What did they do? Did they close them in there?
My door's stuck.
Bro.
The actual.
Bro, what the fuck? Why would they do that? For what reason?
So here's.
Yeah, they're just simply
there's obviously
assholes.
just people
That's
wanna
it.
Talk about and just be funny, I guess. But how
Literally just
dangerous is
assholes.
that? Locking someone in their van. Let me check the back door. Well, there's nothing on this one because they wouldn't be able to tie it to anything, would they? There's no way they could have done that
Bro,
door
that's
anyway.
just rude, yeah.
Why someone would want
Rude.
to lock a stranger in their van is anyone's guess.
To be an
And
asshole.
the only reasonable explanation I can think of is that maybe they were trying to steal the diesel from the van and put the zip ties on the door in case Sean realized what was happening and attempted to get out to stop them. It could have also been a local who didn't want anyone
Rude
parking
AF,
their camping
yes,
van in
welcome.
that area, but we'll likely never know. Luckily, after
I mean, he was at the side of the road, apparently. So maybe if it was just a car pulling up to see if the car was in an accident and if the person in it was okay, that's like something that could happen, right? If you're at the side of the road, people could pull up just to simply, you know, check if the van was in an accident and check if they have to help and stuff like that. That could happen. I would totally be like, I would be worried if I was seeing a van standing there. But doing something like that is just rude. That's just bullying.
he cut the zip ties off, he made it back home unharmed and has continued uploading videos of his camping adventures in the UK. The Facts by
Yeah, it has to be
HowToHunt.com
illegal.
is a channel dedicated
It
to
has
sharing
to be.
knowledge about the outdoors and encouraging people to explore the wilderness. In January 2022, a pretty terrifying video was uploaded to the channel in which a group of teenagers can be seen
I
reacting
don't like
to some strange
terrifying.
sounds coming from somewhere in the woods.
Oh no.
Hear that? Get Trevor. Austin, get the light.
Is that fireworks? Wait, are they Americans? Could there be a gun? The gun? They would have been very fast though. Crazy people. Uh-oh.
Hey!
Crazy people.
That was not an elk.
It sounded like firework batteries or something. Uh-oh. Crazy people, yep.
Get my keys.
Oh, hell no. Crazy people.
Everybody, get in my truck.
Crazy
When you're out in the
people.
woods in the middle of the night, it can be easy to mistake certain animal noises
That's
with
not
human
an animal.
screams. Foxes, coyotes, and bobcats are all known to make
They don't make those sounds. No bobcat, no coyote, no fox makes this sound.
sounds that can sometimes be hard to tell apart from human yelling. But in this case,
Not this.
I don't know of
Not
any
this
animal that
deep
can make that
of a
kind of
voice.
noise, especially when you consider how loud the banging on the trees was.
Yes.
Elk are known to rub their antlers against trees, but it obviously doesn't sound that loud or menacing. A lot of people in the comments of the video have mentioned that the sounds aren't too different from human screams, and it
They-
could have just been a man screaming in the woods in the middle
Crazy
of the night.
person. I say
Although
crazy
that's also
person.
pretty messed up in itself.
Yep.
Even though some viewers have claimed the video is staged, the uploader's reactions seem pretty genuine in this case.
Holy.
And the only thing we can say for sure is that it's probably a good thing that the guys didn't run into whoever or whatever was making those noises.
Wow. That was scary. This video is so good, bro. Welcome. It was so good because it was actually terrifying. Bro's playing Sons of the Forest IRL, right? Why are the camping ones so scary? What channel is this? This is called someone shared this on Discord. It's called Chilling Scares. It's really good. I'm surprised. It's really good. I really like this one. I really like this one. This one was really, oh my god. I was genuinely scared for the people in the videos.